Gentlemen, Antonio here. Today I'm going to be answering 7 questions that you have about underwear, but are perhaps too embarrassed to ask. Guys, I'm going to have a little bit of fun with this video. I would love to hear from you down in the comments below. Where do you disagree with me? Where do you think, Antonio, I would have answered that a little bit differently, or Antonio, you are exactly right. Let me know in the comments below, guys. Really do appreciate it. And if you want more, go check out the article. In the article, I go into a lot more depth into the 7 questions and answers. In addition, I've got 2 additional bonus ones over there, which I'm not going to cover in this video. Okay, so the first question, what is the perfect style, Antonio? What is the style that is best for all men? And the answer, there isn't one, but there is my personal preference. And I'm going to tell you, it's the boxer brief. I love a good pair of boxer briefs. Now, going back, I started off like probably most young men when I first stopped wearing diapers and started wearing regular underwear that my mom chose for me. And I loved Star Wars underwear, loved all the Transformer underwear. Then when I became a young man, went off to college, it was something I went to boxers, and I stuck with boxers for a good decade. And it really just out of habit. I didn't try changing it up, but boxer briefs, I would have to say, fit. I really like. I run cross country, I exercise quite a bit, and for me, I can wear these to the gym. They're very comfortable under my clothing, the clothing that I choose to wear. It sometimes, fits me very well, and it's something that I just find that this works for my lifestyle and the way my body is, and I just enjoy the boxer brief. Question number 2, how often to change your underwear? Gentlemen, the answer is when it's dirty. Now, how to know when it's dirty? Okay, so that's good. That's probably for another video, but I will say change it daily. That is the easiest way. Just get into the habit of changing your underwear daily. If you exercise, after exercising in your underwear, you should have an additional pair to change into. Sweaty underwear, guys, it's just not something that you want to have lying around. And that takes me to question number 3. How many pairs of underwear should a man own? I personally have about 20 pairs. Went through my closet, counted them up, about 20 pairs. I think I'm a little bit on the higher end, though. I think a man can get away with about 14 pairs of underwear. Why 14 pairs? I think you need to have at least, and for me, I do my laundry once a week, so I need to have at least 7 pairs. And then if I'm going to exercise, then I'm going to use a few other pairs here and there, probably about 3 to 4 times a week. I also think you should have some backup ones if you're about to take a business trip. You don't have time for laundry. All of a sudden, you've got your 4 to 5 pairs that you're going to take with you. That way, when you get back, yes, then you can make it happen. So 14 pairs at a minimum, 20 pairs, maybe a little bit higher up. So question number 4, what's the best fabric out there? What we're going to see in general, and I think most of you guys, if you're just out there shopping at a department store, what you're going to see is cotton and modal. So I'm going to talk about each of them separately. Now, cotton is going to be one of the most common fabrics out there in underwear. It probably has about 80% of the market. Reason being, it's tried and true. It's common. You can get access to it anywhere. I really do like cotton with a little bit of a mix, something that brings a little bit of elastic or stretch to it. Doesn't have to be usually more than 10%, but that stretch is going to give it the right properties. Because cotton, one of the issues with it though, is when you expose it to extreme heat, all of a sudden it's going to shrink down. Cotton also can be susceptible to mildew. So if you've got moist underwear and you throw it in the corner and you wait a week, you could actually, over time, you won't necessarily see it, but it can actually start to break down. But again, cotton is common. It's going to be usually least expensive of all the types out there. Now, modal actually absorbs 50% more than cotton. It has great elastic properties. It's not going to shrink in heat, and you can basically be really rough with it, which is another advantage of cotton. So these both are my 2 favorite fabrics because you can be incredibly rough with them. They're going to be durable over time, and that's what you want to look for in your underwear fabric. So question number 5, when to throw out your underwear. Guys, throw out your underwear if you have holes, if you have stains, or if it doesn't fit. Why would it not fit? Some of you guys are going to have extreme weight loss, weight gain, and in that case, you're going to want to go with something. You don't want to wear underwear that doesn't fit you. If you have a stain problem, guys, improve your hygiene habits. I don't have a video for that, but I'm sure you can find one out there. But let's talk about holes, because that's an area where I think a lot of underwear actually is initially, you start to see holes in along the waistband and you just throw it out. The problem is cheap underwear oftentimes has a waistband that's been attached after manufacture, after they did the body part, or they actually use an inferior stitch. So when I'm looking at quality underwear, I want to make sure there's oftentimes a double stitch in and along the waistband and that they've made it from the same material. So they usually take the material, they'll wrap it around. Whenever you see a waistband that's been attached, you want to make sure, again, look for a double, in some cases like this, a triple stitch. That right there is a sign of quality, and it's going to make sure that it doesn't separate, all of a sudden holes don't develop there, and that the life of your underwear, it's going to last 2 to 3 times longer. So question number 6, specialty underwear. What do I think about it? I think specialty underwear is awesome. The fact that you can go out there, look on the web, and if you have a particular need, you have a particular problem, and you can solve that with a specialty type of underwear, great. So if you want a better looking butt, yes, there's underwear that can help with that. If you want compression underwear that can help you recover from your workout, it is out there. If you want underwear that is specifically designed to actually, it has a pouch for your package so that you can exercise better, not worry about everything bouncing all over the place, or to actually be able to have a layer of separation so that it's more comfortable, you're not going to have the sweating issue. Guys, there is underwear like that. In fact, if you wanted to check out Sheath, you guys know I'm a big supporter of this veteran-owned business. I've got a number of their pairs and I've been using their samples. I go to the gym, 3 times a week, and I use their stuff and I think it works, so go check them out. The point is, guys, if you have a particular need, search it, find it, try it out, and you'd be amazed. There's a lot more than just your typical tighty-whitey out there. Question number 7, going commando. What are my thoughts on going commando? I personally don't like the feeling of going commando. I understand some guys, maybe you leave your underwear at home and you're out at the gym and you decide just to go for it, but be careful going that way. Let's just say that there's no protection between you and your higher end clothing. So, all right, guys, that's it. Let me know what you think in the comments, especially if you disagree or if you agree with any of the answers to the questions that I put out there. And go check out Sheath. They were kind enough to provide me multiple samples of underwear that I was able to use in this video. A lot of the things I talked about, such as the fabric modal, they actually have underwear that's made from that. Guys, I've got 5 pairs of their underwear. Every time I go to the YMCA here in Wausau, I'm just enjoying the fact that I'm a little bit more comfortable when I'm running those laps, when I'm going into the weight room. And I've even had people reach out to me and say, Antonio, I had an issue with one of my testicles. It was very sensitive. Using this underwear has really helped me. So guys, whatever your issue is, remember, there is probably some specialty underwear out there. Go out there, look for it. That's it, guys. See you in the next video.